What does an HR executive do? Hey friends, Josh here from HR University, and in this video we'll talk about HR executives and their focus, particularly on tasks like recruitment, payroll and benefits, healthcare, work policies, workers' rights, and employee records. But before we jump into it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for regular HR University updates. Now let's go ahead and dive right in. First, let's start by understanding who is an HR executive. Well, they are a channel of communication between senior management and employees. An HR executive is a strategic human resources role that is primarily responsible for ensuring an organization's entire HR department performs well with important HR initiatives and administrative tasks. So what are the basic responsibilities of an HR exec? More than any other HR job position, the duties of an HR exec vary based on the company size. And the general duties and responsibilities of this position, regardless of company size though, require them to be responsible for the employee life cycle. They often work with the CEO and other company leaders to strategically manage the business's HR policy. And they should have a deep understanding of all labor laws and promote a productive work environment to avoid issues getting swept under the rug. In bigger businesses, HR executives need further specialization. For example, there is one executive responsible for recruitment and another focused on healthcare. On the other hand, smaller businesses can go with one person for both tasks. Now let's dive into the responsibilities in more detail. And we'll start with recruitment. The HR executive understands the company's labor needs in order to outline recruitment material and monitor the entire process. This requires knowledge of the demand and supply of the labor market and what the competition offers to recruits. The ability to deal with stakeholder decisions is also important, as they'll need to get buy-in for new training implementations, new benefits, and even diversity and inclusion initiatives. The HR executive team is also expected to examine new applicants and find the best candidates. The recruitment procedure puts significant pressure on HR execs because hiring the right applicant can bring a lot of benefits to the company. But if you choose the wrong one, it can be detrimental to the organization's growth. Another component that HR execs should take care of is ensuring the proper overseeing of the paperwork involved in the recruitment process, including hiring contracts, company policies, and compliance. And this includes personal data in the application process as well, and ensuring a streamlined new employee onboarding. In addition to the contracts and other recruitment-related paperwork, HR executives oversee individual payroll and benefits. In smaller organizations, they are supposed to determine and verify working hours on spreadsheets and ensure that the employees get paid accordingly and on time. They also may manage the human resource information system that manages all the data of employees. Apart from wages and salaries, the HR executive ensures the HR team takes care of pensions, taxes, raises, and bonuses that come with payroll. And the next role of HR executives is disciplinary action. And sadly, most people associate the HR branch with just that. Many believe that HR teams are only focused on discipline instead of actually caring for the employees. However, proper disciplinary action is crucial for maintaining a healthy work environment, including for things like diversity, inclusion, and belonging. HR professionals need to have excellent communication skills and experience in handling conflict at the highest levels of leadership in order to ensure fairness in the workplace. And well-governed disciplinary action is beneficial for interpersonal relationships in the company and has a positive effect on workers' productivity. On the flip side, wrongly conducted disciplinary action results in losing good staff, damages the company's reputation, and can even cause legal repercussions. HR management teams are there to find the cause of the issue, requiring discipline and discuss possible convenient solutions with the employees. The HR management team is required to have a properly strong rapport with all the members of the business hierarchy in order to decide what is best for the whole company and when firing a specific employee is necessary, depending on the level of that employee in the organization's hierarchy structure. Without competent HR executives that can handle disciplinary action, even at the highest levels, a company structure would just crumble. Another vital part of an HR executive's role is to oversee healthcare and safety issues. While state laws cover a lot of settings linked to healthcare and safety, many companies have their own policies too. And these policies and regulations like OSHA protect workers' rights and make sure that the company doesn't face legal consequences as an unhealthy or unsafe work environment. The HR executive's responsibility is to review health and safety policies and make sure everyone in the company follows them. In case there's a need for protective equipment for employees, the HR department should provide the required items. And while all this usually goes smoothly in an office setting, health and safety can be a bit challenging with the responsibility, particularly when it comes to companies that deal with outdoor spaces, warehouses, and businesses that involve work with heavy machinery or even animals. Let's now talk about the HR executive's involvement in the company's policies. It's up to HR executives to acknowledge, explain, and make sure everyone follows the company policies and strategic HR initiatives, as we had mentioned earlier. And this may include putting posters up, sending emails out, and finding just the best ways to notify all employees to take action, and then finding a way to keep track of that action. And when new employees join the company, HR executives are supposed to ensure proper onboarding processes to explain the company's policies to them. The HR executive is expected to convey all the policies applicable to the staff, such as sick day policies, hours and overtime, expenses and reimbursements, and much more. Maintaining employee records is another important part of an HR executive's role. The law obliges companies to keep all staff records up to date, and this is a lot easier to do with HR software systems today. And this also falls on HR executives to handle, so they should take care of managing the people and ensuring that they properly delete and destroy old records and update every detail. And personal records are important because they make sure employers respect the laws against discrimination in the workplace. And these records also include crucial data that needs to be updated for the employee's safety, such as emergency contacts. And properly reviewed, accurate records also help the company detect any gaps in experience and skills and help them set up better performance management systems. These elements are vital for the quality of the hiring process, skills development programs, and strategies for strengthening the team. Moreover, they can indicate possible biases in the hiring process. And last but not least, HR execs are here to protect workers' rights. The HR management team must be familiar with all laws concerning workers' rights, including equal opportunity laws, OSHA, as mentioned before, and much more. These laws tackle a variety of workplace conditions such as minimum wages or maximum hours. Inclusivity is a crucial part of the issue of workers' rights in the modern workplace. And workers' rights are an important part of the HR role because negligence to it can cause legal action against the business. And a great HR executive will regularly attend courses or meetings to keep themselves informed and will read about new developments in the area of business law as often as possible in order to ensure that the company is following any new law that's coming out that could possibly set them up for failure. And there we have it. In this video, we cover the roles and responsibilities of an HR executive. If you enjoyed it and you learned more about this role, make sure to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the HR University channel, and I'll go ahead and see you on some of our following HR videos. And I wish you the best in your HR career. Cheers.